Most people spend their lives trying to be liked. They choose words carefully to avoid offending anyone. They stay quiet when they should speak. They ignore opportunities because they're afraid of being judged. They shape their lives around the opinions of others, hoping that acceptance will bring happiness. But more than 400 years ago, the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi chose a completely different path. He wasn't interested in being popular. He didn't seek praise or approval. Instead, he pursued something far more valuable: freedom. Not freedom from responsibility, but freedom from the need for other people to tell him who he should be. Today, that lesson may be more important than ever. Every day, we're surrounded by opportunities to compare ourselves with others. Social media, careers, friendships, and even our own families can quietly pressure us to live according to someone else's expectations. Without realizing it, we begin asking ourselves the wrong questions. What will people think? Will they approve? What if they don't like my decision? Over time, those questions become the foundation of our choices. We stop taking risks. We avoid difficult conversations. We settle for lives that feel safe instead of meaningful. The prison isn't made of steel. It's made of approval. Musashi understood something that many people never do. The moment your happiness depends on someone else's opinion, they gain power over your life. A warrior who fights only to impress others is no longer fighting his own battle. The same is true for us. If your decisions are controlled by fear of criticism, then you are no longer directing your own life. Musashi's life reflected this belief. He wandered Japan without chasing status or comfort. He often lived alone, studied endlessly, and devoted himself to mastering his craft. Many people misunderstood him. Some probably disliked him. But Musashi wasn't trying to win a popularity contest. He was trying to master himself. One of the greatest traps in modern life is believing that being liked is the same as being respected. It isn't. Being liked often means telling people what they want to hear. It means avoiding conflict, blending into the crowd, and choosing comfort over honesty. Respect is different. Respect is earned through consistency, through competence, through integrity. The people who earn lasting respect are often willing to disappoint others in the short term because they refuse to compromise what they know is right. Musashi understood this difference. He knew that if you constantly seek approval, you'll eventually sacrifice your principles just to keep everyone happy. And that's a battle you can never truly win. There will always be someone who disagrees with you, someone who criticizes your choices, someone who thinks your path is wrong. If your peace depends on pleasing all of them, you'll spend your entire life chasing something impossible. Instead of asking, "Do they approve of me?" ask yourself a better question. Am I becoming the person I want to be? That single question shifts your focus from external validation to internal growth. It reminds you that your life belongs to you, not to the opinions of strangers. This doesn't mean becoming selfish or ignoring wise advice. Musashi constantly learned from others. He studied strategy, art, nature, and philosophy. But there is a difference between learning from people and living for their approval. One helps you grow. The other keeps you small. Imagine how many decisions would change if you stopped worrying about being liked. Would you finally pursue the career you've been putting off? Would you speak more honestly? Would you set healthier boundaries? Would you stop apologizing for becoming the person you were meant to become? The strongest people are rarely the loudest. They don't need constant recognition because their confidence comes from knowing they're living according to their values. Musashi believed that true strength begins with mastering yourself. That means your emotions don't control you. Your fears don't control you. And most importantly, other people's opinions don't control you. So here's a challenge. For the next week, notice every time you hesitate because you're worried about what someone else might think. Pause for a moment. Then ask yourself one question. If no one else's opinion mattered, what would I choose? You may discover that the answer has been inside you all along. Musashi's greatest victories weren't won because everyone admired him. They were won because he refused to let outside opinions distract him from his purpose. The world will always have critics. It will always have doubters. But your greatest responsibility isn't to earn their approval. It's to become the strongest, wisest, and most authentic version of yourself. The day you stop living for applause is the day you truly begin living.